This is your daily market recap for Tuesday, July 11th, 2023. Let's go.
Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well.
This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your daily market review. Tuesday, July 11th, 2023. Another choppy, sloppy summer day, up and down, all over the place, waiting for CPI, PPI data coming later this week. As we talked about, the economic data is falling off a cliff quickly. Housing is slowing. Credit card consumption is ramping up. Interest rates are going higher. All sorts of goodies that lead to painful action in the market. But guess what? We're not there yet. I've tried to warn people, tried to be very thoughtful about wording. Just be careful. Know your levels, know your prices. If you're looking to short, looking to take profits, whatever you're doing, define your risk, know where you're at, be patient, and allow the market to play out. All right, on that note, let's talk about it. So it's the Tuesday before the CPI. Data, middle of July. Options expiration next week. Earnings starting, coming up. Banking, some of the banks getting earnings upgrades. Now, again, will earnings be good in banks? I mean, with the credit contraction, commercial real estate, I think it's going to be hit or miss. But someone like JP Morgan today got an upgrade in earnings. Well, are we surprised potentially that they might, considering that all the deposits that fled all the small banks that were holding all these commercial toxic loans that still have a ton of toxic loans? Yeah, but is JP Morgan in the banking industry? That's the question. We'll see. Anyway, running up into earnings can be slightly dangerous. And so at that point, again, that's where there's a lot of little unknowns the rest of the week that kind of might guide what's going to happen. So be careful. If you're new to the channel, please check out the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Follow on Twitter, posting what we're seeing, what we're up to, what we see, charts, all sorts of fun stuff. Please check it out. Yep, back on toilet paper. Yep, people are cutting back. It's the last thing they cut back on. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Do tons of live chats during market hours. Answer any of your questions at any point. Amazing thing. If you're around, check it out. Or if you need help, the Trading Agent website, thetradingagent.com. Tons of information here. Good reading. Back to Basic series is in order from more beginner to advanced stuff. Very helpful. If you have any questions, again, always reach out. All right, CME tool. Where are the Feds? Rate hike, rate cut. Yeah, anticipating the rate hike in July 26th. This is the thing. Just keep an eye on this. This stuff is subject to change based on what? Economic data. Bitcoin, looking very similar to what? Gold, all this stuff. I've said this for, seems like a broken record. I don't trust them. Now, I know they've rallied, especially Bitcoin, almost 100% off the lows. But here's the question. I like the idea, again, the repeating pattern of what's happened. Liquidity will come out until the Feds start what? Cutting. And does that mean the market has to tank? Not necessarily. But keep in mind, I think the things that are more economically sensitive to the liquidity will chop and at some point start to fall. And those things that will fall will what? Be the first things to bottom when you get that rate cut. And again, it could be kind of, you'll see. I mean, people don't realize, like, when the Feds decide to cut, it's because things are really bad. And usually before that, at some point, things will look really bad. Oil, same thing. As much as OPEC is cutting, supply coming off, it's just chopping around. Again, demand destruction. Natural gas, as we said, dead money. Leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Do you have to trade it? I know a lot of people are like, oh, I got to buy natural gas. No. All right, dollar going into CPI. Little confused. As we talked about, 200 days been obviously resistance. Not confused by that. I guess my confusion was, why does the 200 day just not seem to be backing up? It's like, 200 day just started there. Maybe we're going to the channel low. Why is the dollar down? Economic data is slowing. We all know that, but so is it everywhere else. I mean, China's cutting because they're falling off a cliff. TLT, we've talked about, I think this is a good buying area down here. Now, again, long term, what is the exact bottom? I don't know. Could it be filling the gap in the 94s? I don't know. But I think sub 100 will be a good buying point for bonds, but just be careful. I don't know if they'll react near term, so define your risks, do what you got to do. Ten cuidado. VIX, as we've talked about, watch it. It's building up. People are like, oh, buying the VIX down here, you're crazy. It's like, you're crazy if you're not. VIX chopping around. We talked about the VIX of the VIX, like to look at this, just going a little sideways, a little nothing, nowhere. Be careful. SPY. Yeah. M top, blow off, whatever. I mean, again, could it be a chop top? I mean, you've seen these patterns before. They can be, don't be surprised if somehow tomorrow CPI data gap and trap. Keep an eye, gap and trap, if you know what that means. Gap, trap, gap. Could we go a little higher? I mean, that's always possible. This is the thing. People like get really dialed into exact prices. And I tell people, like, if you get the exact price on an entry or exit in a trade, you got lucky because you're just guessing. Again, you don't know the order flow. You don't know who needs to capitulate. You don't know what players have, what positions that need to be moved. And here we are. Could we go up? Yeah, anything's possible. Just watch the 444. Define your risk. QQQ, been lagging. Watch the 20-day. I think Qs are going to get absolutely crapped on at some point, but we're going into earnings. You never know. IWM. Now, this is interesting because we've talked about watch for lagging, right? IWM should be 200 plus, right? We all agree with that. Today's action, little rally on lighter volume last couple days. Could we test the 191s? Because that's where I think it's the easier short. If you get up there. I mean, do we get, again, how high can we go? It's just the summer trading, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, left, right, left, right. Disney held, little rally here. Seems to be pretty par for the course. Shop-o-matic. Gold, we talked about, we sold it in Q2, let it come down. Said it was due for oversold rally. 100-day seems to be tracking like we think. It's been previous support. Why wouldn't it be resistance now? Silver, leave it alone, leave it alone, leave it alone. But I guess if you have to play it, maybe you got a little, you can scrape some pennies. GDX. Talked about miners leading, peaking first. Bottoming, chopping around the 200-day. I'd watch the 31s. GDX Jizzle. Yeah, same thing. Probably 100-day, 50-day cross if it is going to bounce. I mean, again, it could pop on any of this CPI data. That's my guess. Is CPI or PPI, one of the two. AG, we talked about oversold, bounce. How high? I mean, 100-day is always in play. Channel high. Yeah, that's right. AEM, one of the ones that had been leading up, right? Making new highs and boom, flopping. Now in a chop pattern. 100-day seems to be magnetic, as you notice on all of these. Keep in mind those tendencies, the tendencies of things to repeat, right? People have memories. The market has a memory. Newmont been lagging forever. Like when when AEM was making new highs, Newmont's been lagging. Chop, 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 chop. Pass, oversold. Yeah, probably due for a little bounce, right? Okay, we'll keep an eye on it. Tech, Taiwan Semi, kind of laughed. This is the Galaga blow off under the 20-day. Nice, another gap up. People are selling chips, but no one listening. Whatever, it's fine. I don't care. Again, at the bottom, no one will be listening to buy. Micron, sold pretty quickly. Blow off top, professional gap. Just, I don't know, probably watch the mid-60s, blow off. AMZN, we talked about this being a blow off. There it is. Now you're chopping, holding the 50-day. Again, if the market holds up, it'll chop. AMD gets another upgrade today. Actually surprised it didn't really act well. But I'm not, though. Watch the 20-day. If it breaks, look out below. Intel, we talked about this piece of crap. Chopping around, blow off top, coming back. 20-day, said it was possible. Watch this 33 level. SMH, we said we're at the 20-day, just chopping around. Yeah, keep an eye on it. It's just, I mean, it's just amazing to people. Like, today has to be. It has to be today. Never has to be today. It has to be when it has to be. Adobe holding the 20-day. Could it go back after the highs? I don't know. Apple, top feels like it's in, but it's holding the 20-day. Holding on for dear life. Dear life. Keep an eye on it, because if it breaks, goodbye. Amazon, not surprised. Prime Day, right? They're probably going to release some good news. They always try to paint the picture. I'd love to short the 20-day break or somewhere in the mid-130s. Keep it simple. CRM rallied 8 points today. Why? I have no clue. Nice gap up and what? Hammer. Doesn't look good. Guggenheim broke the 50-day. Lower lows, lower highs. Par for the course. Meta holding up. Threads is really popular out here. Whatever. Keep an eye on it. People are trolling. Don't care. Watch this area. Been wrong before. But more times than not, we'll be right. Because that's a probability-based game, not the, oh, you're always right. No, no one is. Anyone who promises certainty in trading, anyone who's going to tell you, I have a win percentage of 100% is the same person. Would you believe someone would bat 1,000 in baseball for the season? Do you think Michael Jordan never missed a shot? That's not how it works, y'all. Keep an eye on this area. Keep an eye. Microsoft, we talked about breaking the 20-day. Sorry, let me zoom back in. Just chopping. Chop, 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 chop. NDAQ, dead. Dead stock. Look for any bounces at short. MicroStrategy, This is holding up. I mean, I'm trying to like think about if I owned the stock, how confident would I be that we're gonna get through like? Let me just zoom back out. You'll see. Get back through like, I mean, this area. Like it's starting in here. Could you get up to like 480 again? This thing's pretty wide and loose. Just tough to believe. Tough to believe. But if you own it, trade it, manage it. Good luck. Netflix chopping. M top looks like Roblox. Nice rally. I mean, some of the trash floated up today, which I'm not surprised. Look at that wick. I mean, like Roku. I mean, some of these names. I mean, just the leaders are cracking, and people are trying to put money in things they think are value. We'll see. Tesla would love to see the long-term trend line play out, or the 20-day. Your guess is as good as mine. Which is going to happen first? I don't know. But either way, it's screaming short at the right prices, right? Don't chase. Letter X, we talked about, oversold. Bounce, would rally on the China. Stimulus, meh. Chopping around. Market holds up, so is this stuff. Nucor. Now, this one's acting a little better, right? Does it need to get back up into the 170s? I don't know. I mean, it's just a big ass chop cycle. Caterpillar, come to daddy. Coming in. Said, watch this up 250s. Love it. VALE, global growth name. Just chop fest. Chop city. Chop suey. Arrow, copper mines. Like this name. Again, we like materials long term, but I want to wait for them to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I've said that a bazillion times. Watch it chop up here. Looks like an M top. A big sloppy M. Just be prepared. I mean, either way, just let things do what they're going to do. CCJ, as we talked about, 31, 32 area, probably choppy, sloppy. Again, it's clearly holding support, chopping in a range. Do I trust it? No. That's like trusting kids with cookies in a cookie jar. Don't eat the last cook. Don't eat the cookies. All right, they'll take them. It's just probably not going to work out. CF, we love ag long term. We talked about basing process. Talked about it chopping around. Don't be surprised. I mean, all these names, Mosaic. Don't be surprised they're pretty oversold. People want to chase. Could they run up to some of their old support levels? That wouldn't be surprising, right? Just keep it on them. NTR, like if you get up, I don't know. Could it pop 10 points? It's completely possible. It just depends on the market. Just be careful. If the market holds, it'll hold. AA, same kind of stuff. Chopping. I mean, global growth just been demolished. XLF. Interesting going into bank earnings coming up on Friday, right? Right? We talked about, like, it looks weak if it broke the 20-day. Needed to get under some moving averages. Now it gaps up. How high? I mean, we talked about this previously in previous videos. I mean, is it really going to be able to break through this area on earnings? I mean, credit crisis has started. It's just a matter of time before it gets worse. KRE, junior banks. I mean, does it need to catch up to the 100-day? I mean, it's looking very plausible. JP Morgan, again, like all the deposits leaving all these other banks, they're probably going to announce amazing stuff, but look what it's actually done last couple months. I mean, it's still pretty, I don't know. Again, trading valuation, all that kind of stuff. It's still holding up well, which gives people confidence. I'd be concerned that, again, the best is behind us. Morgan Stanley, same thing, chopping, but not as good. Goldman, same thing, chopping. Feels like the best is behind us. Just a matter of when these things break, and do they need to rally back to some sort of reference point before doing such. XBI, we talked about this breaking channel. It's going to hold the confluence of multiple moving averages, and it is going to get up to these and then bounce and fail. That's my guess. Solar, King Solar, chopping at range lows. Again, love these names short for the long term if you got it at the highs, but just be careful in the sense that you're going into earnings. These things have taken some dives. Could they just chop around? Don't get too excited. Sedge, same thing. Just let them play out. Trade around your positions. First Solar, love to see this thing pop up. I mean, it keeps trying to get close. It can't get over the 50-day. Maybe that's all it's got. I don't know. Would love to see a 2-handle if possible. HYG, we talked about this breaking, corporate debt breaking channel lows. Coming right back. Interesting. Watch the 75s. That's where I'd be watching. All right, end it with oil, gas, and all your favorite other names. Oil, nice little rally today. Not surprised. I mean, we talked about this stuff. Like, it's going to be choppy and sloppy. UNG, I don't even know why I show it. XOP, nice rally. Some people bought some of these. I mean, hey, it makes sense. Once you broke over, I mean, today's action. Now, again, could it be a professional gap, start a move? Always possible. Could it be a novice gap that leads to just a couple day up move? Always possible. Now, do I trust it? No. Not really. No. I'm sorry. I mean, it's pretty. What's the best way to describe it? It's just a pretty sloppy, choppy chart. So just trade the ranges. Again, unless you think something crazier is going on, I just think oil's going to be trading in range. ExxonMobil, we talked about the shorting up at the highs. As long as it holds range lows, it doesn't look that bearish. PXD, talked about this holding the 200 areas, been chopping over the 150 day. See what happens here. Let's end it with EQT and Flex LNG. Chop, chop, chop. Flex LNG, holding. Again, we like this long term, 8% dividend yield. Natural gas, Buffett even sees it that we're going to be exporting this stuff. It's just the nature of the game and what it is. If you have any questions, please reach out. Don't hesitate. Hit me up. If I can't answer you quickly, I'll try my best. Again, when in doubt, just ask. I appreciate everybody. If you have any questions, you know I'm here. Love you guys. I will talk to you guys and gals later. And also hit me up if you got any real estate stuff. Man, the market is dynamic. The real estate market is dynamic right now.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.